Fourth question, last question. The elephant in the room. Russia. What's going on with Russia? So I think the Secretary has worked hard over the last couple of months, both in her Paris speech and in the speech that she made in Washington, to make a core point which we feel increasingly strong about in Washington, and that is, Russia is an inescapable part of Europe, and NATO must engage with Russia. We have to cooperate where we can, but we have to defend our interests and values as well. And we need to continue to seek ways to reduce distrust and promote confidence as a means of both privately and publicly assuring Russia that our, NATO's, intentions are essentially non-aggressive. And I have to tell you, this is where I believe that our friends in Central Europe have a particular role to play, and I've made this point in many capitals. Transparency and confidence building are meaningless concepts outside of a specific context. And it is at the seam's edge between NATO and Russia that these terms really gain meaning. And it's the countries of this region who can define best those measures which lower our own anxieties as an alliance about Russia and its intentions, and according to a fairly strict reciprocal formula, should help reduce Russia's anxieties about us. I was struck this morning by Minister Sikorsky. He said two things which I think are very relevant here. One is that we need better communication in order to help build confidence with Russia. I think that's absolutely true. And we need greater predictability through greater transparency. And a lot of this is mechanical, but a lot of these processes have clearly broken down for one reason or another over the past couple of years and are the source of increased unpredictability in this core relationship. So as we look ahead, and I would stop with this, I would just ask, we need to ensure that as an alliance we are forward-looking in our approaches as we come up to this new phase in the NATO strategic concept. Far from preparing to kind of pack up our tent and go home, the emerging threats of the world make it clear to us in the United States that if anything, we need a stronger, more inclusive security coalition going forward with NATO as its hub, but with solid approaches not only to Russia, but to China, India, Pakistan, and others. And closer to home, here in the Euro-Atlantic area, we need to restore credible reciprocal restraints, restore mutual confidence, and enhance transparency without sacrificing our fundamental defensive capabilities. So when I pose the first question, is the United States a good ally of Central Europe in NATO? The answer to that is yes, but we're a good ally to all of our friends in NATO, and we don't see the issues on the table as being incompatible in some fundamental way. We do need to have a conversation steered by our good friends in the Wise Persons Group, but all of these things are possible to square.